Thanks, Karen. We're in the backyard with Linda Barch from the Bruce Company, and we are starting a straw bale garden again. We did this last year. In case people don't remember, tell us what this is.
This is a straw bale system where you actually have it above ground so you can start earlier in the spring. I keep warning people to not plant things out too quickly, but in this case we have to condition these straw bales for a couple of weeks because we're relying on the bacteria to break this material down and supply, instead of soil, a weed-free planting medium.
For people who didn't watch this with us last year, we're actually going to be putting the plants in the straw bales, and they're going to grow in the bales.
Yes, we will, and we'll also probably put some other types of soil, compost and manure on the top that we'll plant seeds in.
What's the advantage?
The advantage is that there aren't going to be the weeds that are going to grow in other gardens. You'll have fewer disease issues because this is a sterile medium to the most part, and the conditioning process actually starts to activate the bacteria that helps to break this material down and have a wonderfully organic growing medium.
You could put this in your driveway.
You can actually do this on a drive. Yes, if someone does not have an area to garden, or if they have black walnuts where they have all of those roots that are moving through the soil and then don't allow tomatoes to grow, you can grow tomatoes in this and not have that issue.
What can you grow in the straw bales?
You can grow virtually anything. There are some things that grow a little bit better. I have a friend that she's done a lot of gardening, and she feels that her cucumbers have done really well. The squash do great, but you have to have some room to grow out.
Okay, what do we have to do today?
What we do, the process of conditioning begins by adding a fertilizer. And this fertilizer is high in nitrogen. And that's what you need to begin the process of breaking the straw down. Notice that these bales are turned on end so that the cut surfaces up. And water is a very important part of this process besides the fertilizer. So we want to sprinkle this on and keep it actually on top of the bale, and it's going to sink down into the bale as we water this. We saturate it. These little lines here are irrigation, but that will come into play later on. Right now, we're going to saturate this with a lot of water so that the fertilizer moves down into this bale. It's a half a cup of fertilizer at this point. If you are using something like a really high source of nitrogen, like lawn fertilizer, with no herbicide, make sure there's no weed killer.
Yeah, you would want that in your garden.
Exactly.
Now, how long do you have to do this? Every day for how long?
It's a.
Do you want me to water this?
Yes. You're going to saturate that until the water actually is dripping down on the outside of the straw bale. I think you have the book, don't you, Mark?
I do.
Straw bale gardening. And then there's a little recipe right inside of here. And you notice that fertilizer, you can use organic, traditional fertilizer, or the organic, you just need to add more of the organic fertilizer.
And water is the key.
Water is the key in both cases, but you alternate days where you water every day and you put fertilizer on every other day.
Yeah, this really worked out well last year. We got a lot of stuff out of it. All right, well, we'll check back soon.
Okay.
Thanks, Linda.
Thank you.